Mic check 1 2. Let me know if you can hear me, Roy. What's up, man? Good morning. How you doing? La Uruguay Latina. Good morning. How are you? What's up? Y'all let me know if I'm coming through nice and clear. I appreciate y'all pulling up. I'm always trying to do something different. Got a new look. It's crazy. I'm actually doing really good. Right now. I was wrestling with some stuff. If we could start a conversation this morning. I was wrestling with some stuff and I was like, all this stuff is coming at so many different angles and so much stuff was going on, and I was like, it's coming all at me at one time. And then I talked to a guy, a father on my son's travel team. And he just was like, yo, like, this is the greatest time of our lives. You know what I mean? Watching our sons play baseball and just enjoying life. And I was like, Dad, you know what? You're absolutely right. And I just stopped thinking about all the other stuff. You know what I mean? Stopped thinking about all the other stuff, and I was like, let me just focus on my son. You know what I mean? It made perfect sense. I was like, that's what's up. So right now, as we get a little warmed up, I appreciate you being here. Welcome in this morning to Brothers Unguarded, the podcast. I'm your boy, DJ Mad Live. And we're going to talk about some stuff this morning. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about some stuff this morning. I'm trying to get a whole new different look, a whole new different feel. I'm trying to do this thing special. You know what I mean? Trying to make it look good, trying to make it sound good. You know. I don't know if I got my thing over here, but you know. I like it, yeah. I feel a little bit more comfortable in my element, you know what I mean? I was telling myself, listen, just for a general conversation this morning, I was telling myself, I'm like, how can I take what I do that makes me so comfortable, which is DJing, right? I'm absolutely myself when it comes to DJing. You know what I mean? Like, I have no fear. I have no doubt. You know what I mean? I can come over here and I can play music all day. But when it came to doing the podcast, and I had the podcast set up over on the other side in a separate section with its own green screen, and I was like, when it came time to do the podcast, I was nervous. You know what I mean? I was like, heart pumping, anxiety going. I'm like, yo, and I'm taking this thing like mad serious. You know what I mean? And I was like, how can I combine the two? You know what I mean? The look, the feel, the sound, my personality, you know, take everything and make it just one. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like what it's going to be moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So I got my table, so just in case if I want to play music and if I want to do something like...
You are now listening to DJ.
You see what I'm saying? So take the two and combine it into one, and you get, you know, you get me. You get your boy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to let y'all in on, I know, like, I miss advertisement because my son is so busy. And we've been doing a lot of baseball. You know what I mean? I'm already late. I'm like 30, 40 minutes late coming on. I'm supposed to be on here at 10 o'clock. But, you know, nevertheless, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I got to find my iPad. I need to find that because I can't see any conversation. So, hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull something up real quick. See if I can pull up the conversation on Twitch. See if I can do that on here. Because the computer works well on here, so. Oh my goodness, look at the bit rate over here. This is crazy. What's wrong with that? Oh man, that bit rate is bad. All right, let's take this off. I don't even understand why that bit rate look like that. That's real bad. But anyway. King Royal, we're going to talk about divorce. And is divorce an option? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it. Y'all let me know if y'all still with me, because I see something funny. The bit rate over here is like really bad. I don't know why. It's at 9,789. It's saying that it's red. I don't know. Let me refresh this and see what it does. Yeah, it's crazy. It's saying that the bit rate. All right, cool. I got y'all two here. Okay, all right. It took the line out of refresh, but it's still saying that the bit rate is bad. So, all right, I don't understand. So, what I got to do is I'm gonna have to see. And this is another thing that I like. I can control the volume of the music from here. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to do everything from the board. You know what I mean? So, oh, Juicy the Lifesaver. Juicy the Lifesaver. OMG. Juicy, we was tripping. Listen, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to mention it. But what you saw and what I saw, it could be hurtful, you know what I mean, financially. And we just going to leave it at that. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, wow. But after a while, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to turn this music off because we're streaming it to YouTube. So many different platforms. And when it goes over to YouTube and when it goes over to Instagram, which I actually forgot to do. So I gotta actually put that in. Exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why we family. That is, you know what? That's why you are who you are. You know what I mean? That right there explains it enough. That right there, just that alone. And we gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But my apologies for starting late. I'm trying to perfect this thing, y'all. I'm really trying to perfect this thing. But go grab some people. Go let them know we up. You know what I'm saying? Go grab some people. Let them know that we up. And let them know that we're going to be talking about, is divorce an option? You know what I mean? Is divorce an option? You know, I did a poll on my job. And I asked three women. Was divorce an option? And it was 1 out of 3 that said yes. You know what I mean? She was like, I'm out. Like, if my husband cheats on me, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, it becomes a trust factor. And I heard her. You know what I mean? But what I did was, and I'm not a math genius, okay? I'm not, you know, like, I'm good at math, but I hate doing math. So with that being said, I did the math. And I was like, okay, so if I ask 3 women, and then if I put that up to 100%, that's 33%, 33.3, 33, 33, yeah, that, right? So it's a third. And I was like, yo, that's a lot. That's a big number. That's a big number when you do it on a 100% scale. I was like, yo, that's crazy. 33% of women would agree that they would be out. I mean, according to the 3 that I asked, you know what I'm saying? And when you take it and round it up to 100%, that's what it would become. You know what I mean? I'm not out there asking a whole bunch of women, like, I'm not walking up to 100 women like, nah. They be like, dude is a perv. No, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? But for those of you that's in here right now, do me a favor and put it in the chat. If you agree that divorce is an option for you, that you actually agree that divorce is good, if you agree that, you know, it's there. What's up, Blaze? I see you, bro. What's going on? I see you. Welcome. Good morning. Always good to have you here, bro. But if you agree that divorce is an option, put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, put a 2. Okay? That's how we're going to do it this morning. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to get it started off. You know what I mean? And if you will, you know what I mean? I got to find a better way to be able to communicate this thing. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to have people display what they want to put up. You know what I mean? So, like, it might not be working for me today. I'm not sure. But I got to find somewhere to put this. I definitely got to find somewhere to put this. So let me do this. Let me get this down. You know what I mean? And start to welcome everybody in. I like like that. What's up, Darren? Good morning, bro. How you feeling this morning, man? Darren, you was looking real sharp in your in your last podcast, bro. You was looking real sharp, man. You be on point with them haircuts, man. Look like I cut your hair. Look like I cut your hair. But listen, since I'm doing this so different today, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be before y'all long. Okay. King Royal, and for those that's just pulling up, um, you see the title. You see the title. You see what I'm talking about this morning. Um, is divorce an option? If divorce is not an option for you, if you would not divorce your spouse regardless. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up, Darren. I see you. I see you, bro. If divorce is not an option, if you don't agree, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that, like divorce is an option, put a 2. You know what I mean? Like if you like if your spouse would cheat on you and or do something to break your wedding vows or anything like that. And see Juicy, that's what the other two women they said no. They definitely said no, but they said it all depends on the circumstance. But see, like there is no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? There is no circumstances. I mean, and according, y'all know how I do. Okay, when it's all said and done, everything is based off of what God said. Okay, and we don't try to go to church. We don't try to go to church, but at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, there's only one reason to divorce your spouse. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this today and the reason why this is the topic is because I had responded to a comment on Instagram and one of one of my sisters, she hit me up and she told me, you know what I mean? I wish I had my phone available, but I can't remember exactly who it was. And I'm glad because I don't want to call any names out. But she hit me up and she was like, yo, you know what I mean? She was like, she really doesn't agree in divorce, but it was of a situation where if it came down to domestic violence. So that right there, that's a tough one. That circumstance right there, I do not recommend, nor do I agree that any woman should take a beating in any circumstance of any kind of relationship or any scenario. You know what I mean? No, like no man should put his hands on a woman, like to physically hit her or beat her or abuse her. You know what I mean? Because physically, no, that's just no. You know what I mean? If you know any male that's doing that, seriously, and I'm gonna say this with all seriousness. Let's get a bag of nickels, a big bag, and beat that fool over the top of his head. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it happen, to people in my life. I've seen it happen to other people, and I'm just like, yo, no, that's not what you do. That is not what you do. You know what I'm saying? So if that's your twist, if that's your steez, you know what I mean? What you need to do is stop being a punk, okay? Because that's a real punk right there. That's a real punk for you. That's a real weak man right there. If you feel as though that you have to put your hands on a woman and abuse her in order to, gain control over her. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. That is not cool at all. But when it comes to marriage, hold on, let me see what you're saying, Juicy. Hold on. Juicy said, so if you found out you're married to a pedophile, you're going to stay with them, male or female. Now here it is, Juicy. I'm with you, Juicy. I'm with you, and we're gonna. That's what I want to do right now this morning. I want to address the circumstances, because when certain women and certain men say, okay, you know, um, I don't believe in divorce, but it all depends on the situation, okay, and we make up these situations when the bottom line we know what it says. The only reason. And this is crazy. Let me just touch this real quick, okay? Let me just touch this real quick. What's up, Lenny Danger? I see you, bro. What's going on? No, dude, trust me, you ain't late. I'm late. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try. Listen, I'm gonna try to be on point with these Jones. Okay, I'm gonna try to hang in here with y'all. Let's just talk a little bit and let's not go too fast. Let's deal with some of these circumstances. Okay, so basically, if you commit adultery, this is what God said. Okay, that is the only reason for a legit divorce. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me back up. I'm wrong. The only way out of marriage is death. Okay? And the reason why I said even when you commit adultery, there's still the compensation or the work that was done according to Christ that says that forgiveness is there. Okay? You can always forgive. Now, in the situation, we're talking about the big ones, okay? Because Juicy mentioned a big one. The two big ones that we have right now, okay, is if a woman is getting beat on, okay, if she's being abused, male and male or female, okay, male or female. And then the second one is, Juicy just mentioned it, if the person is a pedophile. Now, based on those two situations, they are rough, they are tough, and we don't want them. Now, listen, my next door neighbor, a while ago, he was on the registry, Juicy. He was on the registry, okay? We didn't even know it. You know what I mean? And we had small kids at the time. Hold on, I need to blow this up so I can keep up with this conversation. I'm going to blow this up real quick. Hold on. I want to blow this screen up, make this bigger. Hold on, give me a second. Come on. Go bigger. Go bigger for me, Bobo. All right, there we go. All right, because I don't need to see all that other stuff. I just need to see that part. All right, cool. So now I can keep up with the conversation. So, Lenny Danger. That's what she said. Make it bigger. Nah, it's already big enough. Anyway, you don't want, like, my next door neighbor. That's where I was at. My next door neighbor, he was on the registry. You know what I mean? Pedophile. You know what I'm saying? And he had a wife, and they were an older couple. They were older than us, and I'm pretty sure, God bless their souls. They might be around still. They might not be. You know what I mean? I don't even remember their names, but they were married. Okay, and stuff happens. You know what I mean? And you don't want these things to happen, but they just do. Okay, some things just happen in life. I'm not going to say that they're a part of life, because life could, like, we could do some things to correct some things to make life better. You know what I mean? Like, pedophiles don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. And men don't have to beat on women, and women don't have to beat on men. And yes, that is a thing. That is a thing. You know what I mean? And it's funny because when I talk to the young women on my job, you know what I mean? When I mention the fact that, well, what if it's a man getting beat on by a woman? They started laughing, and I took offense to that. You know what I mean? I actually took offense to that because I was like, yo, that's not cool. Because men get abused too. Don't get it twisted. And watch this. I'm going to go there. Men take a lot of mental abuse from women. I'm not going to go there with the, what was that we had talked about in the other podcast? I can't think of it. Lenny, I know you remember. Tell me about it. Like bashing on men. You know what I mean? Mental, emotional, and spiritual. Yes, you can get abused those ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all physical, but like going into marriage. Okay, going into marriage. What is your mental state? Okay, you don't go into marriage saying, if I get divorced. If you actually have that thought, okay, if you're thinking about getting married, or you know somebody that's getting ready to get married, or you know somebody that's thinking about getting married, you know what I mean? If they're saying stuff like, like, if I get a divorce, then they shouldn't be getting married. They shouldn't. It shouldn't be a thought. You know what I mean? Darren said, I'm not putting my hands on a woman. Please don't put your hands on me. I feel you that goes both ways, Darren. That's right. You can say what you want, but don't hit me. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally with you, Darren. In like he said, in anger. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I can't highlight what y'all saying right now. I hope y'all keeping up with the conversation. You know what I mean? I don't have that function working right now. So bear with me. I'll try to get that, get everything up the next time. But yeah, man, like nobody there should be no physical abuse in a marriage, in any kind of relationship. But like there is forgiveness there, okay? There is forgiveness, okay? Darren also said no one goes into a marriage looking to fry. to, is that right, Darren? I don't know. That might be a typo. I know you at work. But yeah, like nobody wants divorce. You shouldn't be thinking about divorce when you're in the pre stages, or when you're in the prep stages of getting married. You know what I mean? Like you're with somebody and you like, yo, one day I want to marry this person. It shouldn't. All right, I see you, Darren, looking to get a divorce. That's right. You shouldn't be looking to get a divorce. But that's what I'm saying. Like, is it an option? You know what I'm saying? Because we can sit up here and we can throw out all different kinds of circumstances, situations. You know what I mean? Like it's people out here with some real petty stuff. You might not like somebody with stinky feet. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't realize that person's feet was stinking when you was dating them or when you was having sex with them. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think, and Juicy, if you ask me, and I'm not pointing you out, you know what I mean? I'm not calling you out, but I'm just saying, those are two big ones. You know what I mean? Physical abuse and a pedophile. But see, here's the thing. Can you forgive that person for doing it? Because when it's all said and done, okay, marriage is the representation of our relationship with God. That's what it is, okay? And we're not going to go all biblical and get all into it like that, but I'm saying that's what a marriage is. You know what I mean? It's a representation of your relationship with God. So, therefore, if he is the head, okay, just like the man is the head of the household, and we're not going to get all big into that right now, okay? And then the woman is underneath the man, and then you have the children who are dispensed underneath those two, okay? That's the relationship. That's how it goes, okay? So let me ask you a question. When you did your junk, okay, when you did your junk in this relationship, if you look at your relationship, if you look at your marriage according to how your relationship is and according to how it's supposed to be with God, okay, and the one that you believe in, and the one that you trust, and the one that you put everything into, and the one that you communicate to when everything is going wrong, okay, what about all the junk that you did? Did he separate himself from you? Did he leave you, or did he just forgive you and give you another chance? Because I'm telling you right now, I told y'all, I'm the most transparent. I am the most transparent when it comes to being in this podcast. You will not find anyone in here, okay, more transparent than me. Darren said, I watched a podcast on YouTube where a woman divorced her husband because she didn't want to have / raise mixed kids in the South, down in Mississippi. For real? See that? That's what I'm saying. Like, why did you get married in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to take this thing a whole lot more serious than what we're taking it. A whole lot more serious than what we're taking it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too light. We're taking it too light. You know what I mean? And then we just like, we out. I mean, hey, Darren, peep game. I saw a reel on Instagram where a woman, she was like, I'm out because he don't make enough money. You know what I mean? And I make more money than him. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's a good situation if you ask me. You know what I mean? Who cares if he's not making more money than you? You know what I mean? So We make up all different kinds of reasons. Now, if you ask me, let me put this out there. Divorce is not an option. It's not. My wife has to die, okay? It's death. Until death do you part. Now, if you want to be in a marriage and you want to like say the vows and all that stuff, why don't you listen? If you want certain conditions based on your marriage, take those words out. Take those words out. For better, for worse, for richer, for poor. Now listen, back in the day, that's them old traditional junks. You know what I mean? That's those old traditional vows and stuff like that. But if you think for better or for worse, you know what I mean? Like, let me ask you a question. Is divorce an option? If your husband had a whole bunch of wavy hair, and when he brushes hair, it just like from the crown all the way around, and it just circles all the way around and just lays down all perfectly. And then when he get about 40, his windows start to open up because he was brushing his hair so much, and it starts to bald at the crown, and then it starts to circle around, and then all he got is waves around his ears. You know what I'm saying? Darren said, women are petty. Darren, come on, dude. Don't do that. Anyway, I'm going to keep on reading, Darren. Women are petty. I told you last week, men love unconditionally. Women love with conditions. You know, they ate you up on that, Darren. And I told you I wasn't supporting you on that. I told you, man. But Darren, you know I don't be picking on nobody, and you know I love you like everything, man. What you got to do is you got to say some women are petty. They are. You know what I mean? And some women do, you know what I mean, love with conditions. That's the only thing that I be pointing out there. You know what I mean? Just put some. You know what I mean? Because we can't put, if you take all women, and you should have seen them at my job, man. Like, you can't put everybody in the same box. I got you, Darren. I got you. Watch this. I got you, Darren. Let's go. I got you. This is why I wanted to switch stuff up. I got you, bro. But listen, man, you can't. You can't. And well, let me say this: it would not be in your best interest. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I know you know, Darren. I know we just be, we just be joking around and stuff like that. We just be, like, like just we just be, being ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, but in all seriousness, we cannot put everybody in the same bracket, and we're gonna leave that alone. Let's get back to the, like, is divorce an option? You know what I'm saying? So you can make up any kind of condition you want. You know what I mean? You got. I mean, men do the same thing. I know, Darren. I know you take all the smoke, but like, I can't see. We have to teach the generation that's coming up. You know what I mean? Because listen, the generation, like 20, like the generation of the 20, like 21 and up. Okay, I gotta ask my daughter what that. If you know what that generation is, because we're Gen X, right? So what generation is that? Like, somebody put that in the chat for me. The generation, like the people that's like coming up now. Okay, the young people that's coming up now. But and they're not millennials. They're not millennials. It's Gen X, which was us. Then it's the millennials, and then it's a generation now. So, but it's the ones of now. Okay, like the young kids of now. They was like, yo, like the women on my job, they was like, they can't find a decent dude. You know what I mean? They can't find Gen Z. There you go. And man, that's crazy. It's gonna start over again. They're gonna call them alpha. Really? I wanna be that generation. I wanna be that generation right there, boy. That's what's up. But yeah, Gen Z. You know what I mean? Like they have it hard. Like we thought we have, like, listen, there's something of Gen X that's gonna be real hard, and that's retirement for us, right? But Gen Z, I don't know how they're going to look at divorce. I really don't. I don't know how they're going to deal with divorce, because I have children in Gen Z that they said that they don't want to get married based off of what they seen me and their mom go through. And I'm like, when is it, like, is like these people, they see stuff like, you're not supposed to go through stuff. Everything's supposed to be peaches and cream, and everything's supposed to be all good. You know what I mean? Once you get married, what'd you say, Darren? I just had this topic on my set. Really? I did not copy off you, bro. I didn't. I didn't. This is just something that popped into my brain because I asked a question on I just asked a question on Instagram. You know what I mean? And it just popped into my brain and it coincided with domestic violence. You know what I mean? So when the sister told me that, she said that, like the situation for her was based on domestic violence. I was like, yo, that's a good topic to talk about because honestly, divorce is at a very high rate. When I got married 25 years ago, might be 26 now. When I got married 25 years ago, it was at, what was the ratio? The ratio of divorce was 80-20. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The ratio was 80-20. Okay, 20% of people was getting divorced at the time that I got married. Okay, and that was in 1998. That was in 1998. Okay, damn, that was a long time ago. So now it's even, um, it's more. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just it's out of control. You know what I mean? It's almost like I'm scared to say it's like 60-40. You know what I'm saying? It's like 60-40 now. That's scary. Even 70-30. You know what I mean? Even 70-30. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So let's say if it's 70-30 now. 30% of people 30% of people are getting divorced. And watch this. It's not even saying that they agree according to the topic. You know what I mean? Because is divorce an option? You know what I mean? Like you have to ask yourself that question, or you have to ask the other person that you want to get married to, is divorce an option for you? And ladies, and especially, listen, y'all know this is going out to the brothers. Don't be getting married to a woman that's going to divorce you later on down the line. And remember how they used to say, Darren, take half your ish. You know what I'm saying? Take half your stuff. No, you don't want to, listen, you don't want to go into a marriage thinking that you got to protect your money and your finances and your business and all that. That stuff, nah, that stuff should be on a back burner. That's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? And listen, because that's I've seen that culture on Instagram. You know what I mean? You got chicks out here. You have women out here. What up? What up, Camouflage? What's going on with you, man? Welcome into the podcast, bro. Good to see you. But you don't want somebody going into a marriage thinking that they're gonna take stuff from you. You know what I mean? Good morning, Pringles. How you doing? Welcome into the podcast. Good to see you. Your dude in here, he was in here tripping a minute ago. What's up, Tyler? Good morning. I see you. Oh, you ain't late. I was late. I did not get on that 10. I did not get on that 10 because I was too busy trying to change this stuff up. And I need to so y'all can see my eyes. Like I'm looking all over the place. This is supposed to be over here. That's supposed to be over there. And I'm trying to keep straight on the camera. So, but we're talking about, is divorce an option? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know Lenny. Come on now, Pringles. You know Lenny. You ain't got to ask how. You know how he be tripping. You know, it's a good thing. It's always a good thing. But is divorce an option for you? You know what I mean? If you was to get married, you know what I mean? Like if your spouse, like Juicy, like for those that's just coming in, Juicy had mentioned like if the person was a pedophile. Now see, watch this. Hey Juicy, watch this. Here's the interesting part. You should have known the person was a pedophile before you got married to him. Think about that. Just think about that for a second. You should know if a person is a pedophile before you get married to him. See, and this is the thing that we do. And one of the women on my job, she said this microwave generation, we be so busy moving so fast. Okay? We move so fast, and it's like gimme, gimme, gimme. I want. Okay? Would you? How so? How so? Man, some people are good at hiding what they do. Listen, for real, seriously, because there's signs. They're sons. Like, I don't listen. I don't care. Listen, and this question goes out to my sisters. How many times, okay, how many times has a man lied to you and you caught him in a lie? Answer that for me. One out of five. Okay, we're gonna cut the number short. Do me that. Okay. Okay. Pringle said he was an emotional abuser. Hold on, let me catch up. What you talking about this morning, Pringles? Pringle said, in my case, divorce was needed for my kids and my well-being. He was an emotional abuser and a cheater. I was on the verge of suicide. Listen, y'all, listen. I'm going to ask y'all, okay, to forgive me because I'm going to be playing devil's advocate this morning, okay? Don't look at me no different than who you normally look at me as, okay? I need y'all to do that for me. But I have to play devil's advocate, okay? We're talking, and if you don't want me to address anything, okay, and Pringles, you know I got mad respect for you. You know, my sister-in-law, you know I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? And you know that I would never disrespect you, okay? And hell no, I would not want you to commit suicide. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm going to do this. And Pringles, if you don't mind me asking, okay? Because you started the conversation, so if you want to back out of this conversation, you just let me know, okay? Let me know somehow and be like, like put an X and be like, let's stop talking, okay? So, and like you found out he was an abuser and he was a cheater, okay? Let me do this. I used to cheat, and my wife gave me another chance, okay? I did. The first 5 years, if you never heard this story from me before, the first 5 years that I met my wife, she was not my wife, she was my girlfriend, okay? I went back and forth, okay? And the other woman, like, if she's watching this on social media, she knows, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to mention her name. She knows I went back and forth from Philadelphia to Chester. And this is in Pennsylvania, okay? And I went back and forth. Now, as my girlfriend, she could have stopped dating me, okay? Because, like, some people say, once a cheater, always a cheater, right? You've heard that term before, right? So she could have left me. She could have stopped dealing with me. You know what I mean? She could have been like, yo, he cheated on me, and he keeps cheating on me. She could have left me. You know what I mean? But according to what my wife said, she said that she saw something in me that nobody else saw. She saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. She could have left. And not married me, but she decided to marry me. Now, did I go into my marriage wanting to cheat? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I remember the conversation in the barbershop when I was working in the barbershop. You know what I mean? I remember that conversation that we had as young men in there, and there was a man in there, and he talked about how he was married for years, and he said he never cheated on his wife. And I was like, I want that to be me. But what happened? I cheated. And watch this. I don't even look at it as cheated because, like, you know what cheating is? Cheating is a willful thing. A dude goes out, okay, and he's with a woman, and then he goes out seeking another woman on purpose. That's cheating, okay? My situation was I fell into a ditch. I was so confused when it happened to me. I literally thought God was going to kill me because I had just got saved. You know what I mean? You said I need a skin tight fade. I got you, boy. I got you. Studio right over there. But like I don't want to go down that road and tell y'all the whole story, but where I ended up committing adultery, okay, when I sinned against my marriage, okay, when I broke my vows, I thought God was going to kill me. Seriously, I was in front of that lady and I was trembling. I was shaking like that. I'm dead serious. I'm not lying to you. Y'all know I ain't playing no games. Okay? I was dead serious. I thought God was going to strike me dead. Okay? And then the confusion came. And then I just fell down this doggone hole and it just got worse and worse and worse. Okay? But I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing, once a cheater, always a cheater? Nah. Nope. You know what I mean? Because watch this. People change. People can change. They got to want to change. Okay? I didn't want that for my life. So I wanted to change. It took me years. Okay? It took me years. Okay? Y'all y'all think this thing easy? Nah. This thing ain't easy. Okay? I tell people all the time, when it comes to marriage, marriage is about a fight. This is my opinion, okay? This is my opinion, and this is how I look at it. Marriage is a fight. It's not about fighting against the person that you're married to. It's about a fight with yourself. Fight against yourself to not do the things that you want to do for yourself. You know what I mean? And do for the benefit of the both of y'all. And I guarantee you, you'll grow. I'm not going to say that your marriage is going to get better. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is between y'all two. But you will get stronger for each other. You know what I'm saying? Let me take a look. Darren said, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've never cheated on my wife once. That is so dope. That is so dope. We got married in October of 2015. Oh, man, you ain't never cheated once since 2015? It's coming. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, Darren. I'm just messing with you. Man, I've been married, boy. I was married before you was born, Darren. Try doing this thing for 30 years and say that you ain't gonna do it. But no, man, Darren, keep that. Keep that, bro. You know what I mean? And Darren, if you ever find yourself on that line, man, you come talk to me. You come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like, let me check on Pringles real quick. Pringle said exactly. It takes the one doing it to be the one to change and wanting to change. Darren said, let's keep it a buck. We all look at the menu. The important thing is not to order. And see, and listen, sisters, listen. This to my sisters. If you got a man, and you're with a man, okay? Like Darren said, you can look at the menu. Like, don't forget, like, once you get married, your eyes don't close. They don't close, and you don't put on blinders, okay? Because watch this. It's not a physical thing. It's the change that takes place within a man, okay? And within a woman. Because y'all look too. You know what I mean? Women, y'all look at simple stuff that y'all think that men don't pay attention to. Y'all be looking at a man's beard. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, he's so sexy. Look at his beard and all that. Trust me. Y'all do the same stuff. But you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna stop looking. You know what I mean? And I tell people from a most common standpoint, whenever you're looking in a direction and something enters into your view, and like even from your peripheral vision, okay, as soon as it enters in, it draws your attention and you look to identify what it is. But as soon as, watch this, and that's the thing, yes, you're gonna look. As soon as it enters into your vision and you can see it, the body is designed. It's not mental. The body is designed to turn, look, and identify what it is. Now, once you do that, what takes place after that is the intentions of the heart and what that person has gone through and how that person is built up. Now, watch this. Let's keep it a buck, like Darren said. If it enters into my peripheral vision And watch this. If it's some big titties, okay, and I can see them and they all hanging out the shirt, you know what I mean? If that is my twist, if that's my problem, if that's my issue, instead of looking at it and identifying what it is and being like, okay, I see it, let me get back to what I was doing. It's not harmful to me. I'm not worried about it, okay? But no, if I have an issue with it, it comes into my vision, I turn to identify, look at it, and now I'm stuck there. Now I'm like, oh, damn. Ooh, wow. Oh, snap. Damn, them Jones is nice. Man, if I could lick one of those, man, I need to put my hands on those. See all that? That's totally different. That's the intentions of the heart. That's something that's going on from within. That's not just naturally looking. That's not just naturally seeing something. That is so much more. That is the stuff that leads. Watch this. Watch this. That's the stuff that you need to learn about the person before you marry them so that divorce is not an option. See how it comes full circle? You need to know what's going on in the person. You know what I mean? You need to know. Y'all, we be so surface with stuff. You know what I mean? Darren said it's a violation to your significant other if you sit there and stare at the person. That's see, right, Darren. That's that whole thing that I just described. You know what I mean? But it's something more to it. It is so much more to it. It's not just staring. You know what I mean? It's not the eyes that's out of control. It's the intentions of the heart. You know what I mean? And all that stuff that's going on inside that you can't see, we need to start asking questions about that stuff. Start asking questions about that stuff. You know what I mean? Man, couples sit across the table from each other on dates at dinners and sit up there and ask stupid questions like, where you from? What's your favorite color? You know what I mean? Like, how many kids do you want? What kind of job do you got? You know what I mean? Fishing for stupid stuff. Let me get what Pringles. Pringles said, you can only know what the other person showed. No. 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 Nah. It wasn't until into our marriage that this behavior started in my case. Now, you want to play a game? Okay? Because, like, give me, listen, let's do this. We're not going to play a game. Let's do this. Anybody and everybody. Picture yourself sitting across the table on a date, learning a person, and you really like this person. And let's move it not the initial date. You know what I mean? Not that one. You're not going to learn, listen, on the initial date, you're not going to learn nothing about that person. Nothing. You're only going to go off of physical appearance. You're not going to learn nothing about that person. Hold on, let me catch up. Darren said, now you see why I waited till I was 50. 50 years of age to get married. I had to get all the BS out my system. I know that's right, boy. I know that's right. Listen, hey, Darren, I was about to say something. But listen, if I had the situation to change, I would tell young men to wait till later until all the junk is out, but no. Darren also said it's also it matters on what type of relationship you're in. What help me out. What different types? What types, Darren? Let's talk about that. And listen, watch this. I'm not even gonna be here short. I'm gonna talk my behind off today because I don't have nothing to do. My son is not training today. They done went out shopping for food. I ain't got nothing to do. I feel like talking. Let's talk. You know what I mean? Pringle said, yes, emotional abuse can't be foreseen. I disagree with you, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? But not everything is a telltale sign. You listen, if I want to know something about you, I have to ask a question. I have to ask a question. And watch this. Not just ask a question, but ask the appropriate question that's going to draw out the answer that I want. But we don't do that. Pringles, we don't do that. You know what I mean? If you really want to know something about a person, listen, watch this. Pringles, ask me any question you want to ask me right now. Me, I don't care what it is. Pringles, ask me any question that you want to know. Any question. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is, and I'm going to give it to you. You know what I mean? But watch this. You can sit up there and rebuttal that and say, well, that person can lie. Yes, they can. But it's up to you to determine or be able to dig beyond the question and find out if it's a lie. You know what I mean? Because watch this. You can ask a man a question on the let's say let's move up to the third date, okay? You can move up to the third date, okay? And start to ask some more serious questions. You know what I mean? Like the ones that's not so deep like on the first date, right? Now, if you feel as though that you didn't get the answer that you need from that person, what's going to happen about the fifth date? Around the fifth date or somewhere down the line, you're going to meet his people or her people. You're going to meet them. You're going to meet the fam. Ask them. Ask them. But no, you know what we do? This is what we do. We ask the typical questions, right, to get them out of the way. And then what follows? Please, somebody tell me. I don't want to say jack. I'm juiced up right now. After all the typical questions are done and said, and you got all the information that you need or you feel as though that you got, where does the questions go? Where does the conversation go? It's one word. Please put it in the chat. Put it in the chat because it happens every single time. And if you don't want to put it in the chat, I'll put it in there for you. I'll wait. I'm waiting. I want to see it. I want to see if one person going to put it in the chat. Do me a favor and put it in the chat. Please, come on, let's go. After all the typical questions, hold on, Darren said that, not me. Okay, my bad. Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. Lenny Danger said that, not Darren. Because both of y'all names popping up in red, so that's why I said that. My bad. Darren said, even if you're talking every day with a person, the deep questions will definitely come up. Exactly. The deep questions going to come up. You can generally talk to somebody every single day, and then the questions just going to get deeper and deeper because you're basically fishing. You're fishing for information. You know what I mean? But come on. Listen, DJ Chris Camouflage said, should open up the phone lines. Oh, you feel like talking? You feel like talking? Camouflage? You feel like talking? You want to talk? DJ Lenny Dinger said he's half asleep still. Nah, I ain't half asleep. Nah. Nah. Listen. I'm fresh off of two. Oh man, we went out to dinner last night, and I had a couple margaritas. Had a decent night, man. Spent time with my wife. Had a decent night. Okay, all right. and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But listen, come on now. Don't be shy. It's 9 of y'all in here. It's 9 of you in here. Okay. Darren said, you try to see if this person is for you. It's like an interview. Exactly. Darren, you fresh off of that. You fresh off of that thing, boy. I know you fresh off, but you on point. You fresh, and that's basically what it is, man. It's an interview. And you're going over this person's resume. You know what I mean? But watch this. Even when you go get a job, and y'all know I'm right, even when you go get a job, you select what you want to put on your resume. And you be like, oh, man, I had this job. No, I don't want to put that one there. I'm going to put this one. You know what I mean? You select what you want to put. You select what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? But you have to dig deeper. And see, I see nobody is put, okay, so let me get my little keyboard. Okay? Since nobody want to say nothing, I'll bring my keyboard up here. Bam. Look at that. All right. This after all that's said and done, okay? After all that's said and done, because I know y'all waiting for me to say it. You know what I mean? Y'all, listen, when you come in here, don't be afraid to be wrong and don't be afraid to be right. You know what I'm saying? Say it. You know what I mean? So after all that, okay, Leading up to all that, this is what they talk about. Bam, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in capitals. I wake up being wrong. Danger, you stupid. You stupid. I'm gonna put it in capital letters. After everything is all said and done, all the information that you fish for, okay, y'all see me get. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you. Bam, there it go. Thank you, my man, my brother. Step up. Thank you, my dude. That's where it go. That's where it go. And guess what? From that point, it is downhill. You know what I mean? And you can sit up there and say anything about, oh, it's great, and oh, we do this, and we experience all that. Nah. No. No. Pringle said, so I was supposed to ask prior to marriage, excuse me, have you ever mentally or emotionally abused another before? I'm Pringles. Just listen to it. Listen, look at what you just posted. Look at what you just posted. You just asked me, was you supposed to ask that question prior to marriage? Let me ask you, and listen, I'm not doing this to be smart, okay? What's wrong with that question? I'm not offended by it. Because watch this. If you ask a man that question, and this is what I explained to the women when I took the poll on a job between the 3 women that was on a job when I asked them. Y'all, certain questions challenges a man, okay? And that's exactly what you want to do. If you understand a man and what we are and the beings that we are, when you present us with a challenge, we buck up. Our chest comes out. We love a challenge. We love a challenge. So watch this. That question right there, okay? If you would have asked them, if you asked that to me, have you ever emotionally or mentally abused another person? Yes, I have. I did it to my wife. Yes, I have. You know what I mean? So, like, watch this. If I wasn't married and you asked me that question, it would make me think, okay? It would make me think. And then what it's going to do is, if you ask us challenging questions that's going to challenge us and make us think, we're either going to do one or two things, okay? One or two things. We're either going to research ourselves, okay, and step up to the challenge, you know what I mean, which is going to make us seek within and ask ourselves that question, or we're going to stop messing with you like, that chick tripping, and we're going to do something like, oh, I'm just trying to knock this joint off and be about our business. So there would have been nothing wrong with you asking that question. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying and watch this. Pringles, that's not me playing devil's advocate. That's facts. That's facts. That's not me playing devil's advocate. You should have asked that question. If I was your brother at that time, I would have told you to ask that fool. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little excited. I would have told you to ask that dude that question. Seriously. Like as a brother would check a dude when he dates, like, man, all the dudes that tried to date my sisters, I was checking them dudes. And they used to think it was funny because I was the younger brother. I was the baby brother. And I was checking them like, yo, what's your intentions? What you here for? You know what I mean? You trying to see my sister? What do you want? Like that. Let me catch up with this conversation. Darren says sex is always on the resume. I know, right? Blaze said, wait. I'm lost. Then he said, never mind. Pringle said, but who really asks that stuff? But see, Pringles, that's the thing. Let's be serious. But here go the thing though. We saying like you saying like no, who asks that stuff? That's the reason why relationships end up the way that they end up. 90-10, 80-20, 70-30, almost 60-40 of marriages are are in divorce based off of people that haven't asked the proper questions. Ask the question. What are you afraid of? Like, he was so cute, and like, or maybe, and I'm not saying this about you, Pringles. Maybe the sex was so good before the conversation got real deep because you had them one night stands. You know what I mean? Listen, it's women and men out there falling in love with sex. They're not falling in love with people. They're falling in love with sex. Okay? And then later down the line, you think that you really love that person, but you don't love that person. You love what that person is doing for you and doing to you. Until, I was about to say something, but I can't say it. Listen. Stop. We gotta go. And it's not even a matter of going deeper. It's just a matter of inquiring. You know what I mean? You think, watch this. We still talking about it based on a resume, right, Darren? You think somebody gonna hire you if you put on stuff on a resume that they don't want? They're gonna look over your resume. Watch this. Without having sex with you. So take sex off your resume. How about that? I like that one, Darren. Let me catch up. Word of advice to the fellas. Always undersell yourself on the physical side. Because if you oversell and you don't deliver, Darren, you stupid. Stupid. And that's messed up. That's messed up. Because women do that. My bad. Some women do that. Base you on physical performance. Not physical looks. They base you on physical performance. And watch this. Some marriages end up in divorce because of poor performance. What's the top 3 things that'll ruin a marriage? Anybody know? Does anybody know? What's the top 3? We talking about the top 3, okay? The top 3. If you know it, put it in the chat. Let me catch up. Blaze said, I had this conversation with my wife on our third phone conversation. The third. So, Blaze, do me a favor. What to be specific for me, okay? What conversation? Was it did sex come into play? Okay. Money and sex? Okay. Got you. Money? Oh no, y'all talking about, okay, so y'all got 2. It's 3. Money, sex, and it's another one. It's the one that women want. Communication. There you go. Bam. Finances, communication, and sex. Those are the top 3. Those are the top 3 that will wreck a marriage every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Oh, y'all was talking about abuse? See, Pringles, look at that. See? It exists. It exists. They was talking about abuse in the third conversation. In the third phone conversation. Not the third date. In the third phone conversation. Man. Oh, definitely, Darren. Definitely. Money, sex, and bad conversation is damaging and vital. Okay? Just man. It's crazy. So Pringles, I'm like I said, sis, you know I love you. I'm not picking on you. But I'm just trying to show, especially I need, my sisters to take this to these brothers. And brothers take this to your other brother. You know what I'm saying? We only 7 deep in here right now. You know what I mean? So it's not a matter, y'all know me. I ain't worrying about no numbers. I can just see the numbers today because I switched everything up. I ain't worrying about no numbers. This conversation is dope between us. And like there's always one person that we can help the most. You know what I'm saying? Pringle said, but was it something she had experienced prior to being with you? Blaze, she asking you, if you don't mind me asking. But here go the thing though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It like basically what you're doing is the resume shows you the person. Okay? And so and he said that, yes it was. You know what I'm saying? So like, and she didn't want to experience that again. So they had the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But Nah, nah. It's a matter of asking the right questions because it could have like let me you Pringles, you saying see that's why. But watch this. Blaze, help me out. Has there been any physical abuse between you and your wife? If you don't mind sharing, if you don't want to share, then just put an X in the chat and we gonna move on. You know what I mean? But because y'all had that conversation, okay? Because they had that conversation, there have none, none at all. See, Pringles, that's it. You know what I mean? She experienced that prior to, and she had a conversation with him from her experience prior to, and now she never experienced it with her husband who is currently there. So she did the work. She asked the questions. They had the conversation. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, I'm not picking on you. I'm not picking on you. But I'm just saying, we want to teach the next generation. I never experienced it until my ex broke me down. You can only be broken down if you let yourself be broken down. Pringles, I need listen, I'm gonna stop this, okay? Because I've said it before and I said it again. We can give you what we can give you from the male side, from the male perspective. I need you to talk to my wife, okay? I need you to talk to my wife. Only if you want to. You know what I mean? Only if you want to. You know what I mean? Like trust me. Emotional, spiritual, okay? I have never closed fist hit my wife, okay? I have never, you know, I've done some things that are just I'm trying to recall. I need her. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I need her because there was some bad situations where I did some stuff and I I I blacked out, okay? And I don't even remember, okay? And watch this. She's still married to me. She's still married to me. You know what I mean? Like I remember we was in a counseling session and something happened and I don't even remember what it was. You know what I mean? Um but I can tell you that um my father, I saw abusive situations from my father. You know what I mean? And I knew that I didn't want to be like my father. As much as I love my father, I didn't want to be like him. And I had to, I've been fighting to change and not be like my dad for a very long time. You know what I mean? And I don't think that it will ever come back up again because of the things that I've gone through. But man, if there was some things that I could change. Excuse me. Let me catch up. Darren said the first thing you see in the physical when you meet is I'm sorry, the first thing you see is the physical when you meet. Nobody knows what's going on until you have a conversation with that person. You know what I'm saying? Um, Darren also said, I think every man has done some emotional stuff to this. Oh, definitely, definitely. Um, be he said, B does it continue to happen? That's the issue. I'm trying to figure out how. But okay, but does it? I got you there. I'm with you. He said, but does it continue to happen? That's the issue, and that's the thing. The man has to change. You know what I mean? And this like we're talking about men right now. Okay, we're talking about men and women also do this. Okay, yes, it's hard to break the cycle. Oh my God, Blaze, man, man. Big words, bro. It's man, I've been trying to break that cycle of my dad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finally at a place where I think I got it. I think I got it. God has been working on me and dealing with me, man, and just listen. I remember me and my listen, I'm gonna share a story with y'all of physical abuse. Okay? Watch this. And this one is light. You know what I mean? You know how they say in rap battles, this is light work. Me and my wife, let me see, 22 years ago, my son, because he's 20, like every single year, this is when he was first born. 22 years ago, my son, she was going to, I felt, I saw that she was trying to take him from me, okay? And we tussled over him like this, okay? In this tussle, she got a rug burn right here on her arm. Okay. The beginning, the story that I'm telling you right now, it completely changed my life. And Blaze, it sent me on the road to break the cycle. This is the start. Okay. So 22 years ago, she got a rug burn right there. Okay. When the cops came. Okay. They said that they had to lock me up because she had that rug burn. They locked me up, put me in a cell. Well, my bad. They locked me up. They strip searched me for a rug burn. They strip searched me and then put me in a cell. Put me in a cell until the next day. When I got out the cell the next day, I had the very thing that I was fighting for. I lost my wife, lost my kids, my son included in that, my kids. I lost my house. I lost my job. Everything was gone. When I walked out of that, I had nowhere to go. And the only thing that I knew, I had no money in my pocket, nothing. Nothing. The only thing that I knew was a church that was nearby that I had visited. And I walked down to the church and I asked them for some help. And on went my life. Another story. Let me catch up, y'all. DJ Chris Camouflage. Tay Rock from URL. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about, Chris Camouflage. Darren said, I tell people the best understanding my upbringing. Watch the movie Fences. Yeah, I remember Darren, I got to watch that with Denzel Washington. I got to watch that. My dad was an 8-year-old veteran of the USMC and a 38-year-old veteran of the Chicago Police Department. Okay. Darren, I got to watch that. I definitely got to watch that. Darren says that's his life story. Blaze said, me and you both, I've been married for 21 years. That's what's up. Pringle says, I'm in a much better place now, and God has blessed me beyond anything I could ever imagine. Oh, he got more for you. He got more for you. Trust me. You better broaden that imagination. For real. But yeah, Blaze. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's crazy, y'all. Like when it's all said and done, you can avoid getting a divorce. You can. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's the base of it, is forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like, like no, listen, and believe me, I'm not telling anybody that views this, okay, and anybody that listens to this, like whatever the case may be, however you come across my face or my voice, I am not telling any woman, okay, to stand in there and take the punches. I'm not. You know what I mean? But I'm not your priest. I'm not your judge. I am not. You know what I mean? And I am not your Lord, okay? I can only tell you that forgiveness is there. And I've experienced it. It's been shown to me in my life, okay? And like Pringle said, I've been blessed for it. You know what I'm saying? My wife could have gave up on me a long time ago. A long time ago. She didn't have to stick with me, you know what I mean? And me trying to break these generational curses that come down from my dad. She didn't have to stick in there. She didn't have to stick in there. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you tripping. You on another nah, I didn't sign up for this. And she could have easily, you know what I'm saying? Courthouse. See you. I'm not dealing with that. But my wife, you're gonna have to talk to her. You're gonna have to talk to her. Like y'all gonna have to ask her because I don't know. Like for real. I know she loves me. You know what I mean? I know she loves me. And like Darren be talking about how women don't love women love with conditions. My wife and Darren, she got on your case last time. She got on your case last time. She was like, she loves unconditionally. Like it's a lot of stuff that she might not understand why she loves me the way that she loves me. You know what I mean? With that unconditional love, like she said, she used the word agape. Okay, that's unconditional. Okay, that's like up here. You know what I mean? You can't get no better than agape. That's how God's loving us. You know what I mean? Out of all the mistakes that we do, okay? When you come into a life with Christ, okay? When you come into a life in God, okay? With God, that is a marriage, okay? It's a marriage. And watch this. God never divorces you. He never separates himself from you, regardless of what you do. And watch this. You make more mistakes and you do more against the marriage that you have with God than you do in an actual physical marriage of every day. Like you commit so much wrong. You commit I see you there. You commit so much wrong in the marriage that you have with God on a daily basis. You don't even pay it no mind. You just do it. We do it. I do it. Okay? You do it on a daily basis. It's like a normal function for us. You know what I'm saying? Like we're faced with so many situations where we're told no and we don't even think about it. We just easily dismiss it and go on and do whatever we want to do. You know what I mean? So don't sit up there and look across at the person that you married to and then be looking like, like, oh, you did that? I'm out. For real? Seriously? Without you, I got nothing to lose. Hey, sis, it's good to see you. What's going on? We're talking about is divorce an option? Is it an option for you? Let us know. Let me catch up. Let me see. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Pringle said, when you're beaten down emotionally and mentally on a daily basis after telling them how it makes you feel, you got to go and move on. Nope. No, you don't. Because there's forgiveness. There's room for growth and you can learn. And the reason why I'm saying no, Pringles, is because me and my wife have done it to each other over the course of 30 years. I told you I'm going to be the most transparent. I'm going to be the most transparent. I'm going to be the emotionally, okay? When you said when you're beaten down emotionally and mentally, you didn't say physical. Okay? I'm so glad emotionally and mentally. Me and my wife have done it over and over and over to each other throughout the existence of this marriage, and we're still here fighting and working on it. Because divorce is not an option for us. It's not. It's not. Listen, for better or for worse, if my wife decided, watch this. If my wife decided that, what's the word? When menopause kicks in, okay? If my wife decides that she doesn't want to have sex anymore, Pringles, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, sis? Is Pringles, I need a response from you in the chat. And you know what? To each their own. At the end of the day, watch this. Oh, watch this. Oh, now I'm supposed to stick beside her. Okay. Got you. Listen. To each their own. That's That's tough. That's tough. Imagine if God looked at us like that. Imagine if God looked at us like that. With as much wrong as we do against him, imagine him looking at us like that until like, nah, to each their own. I'm going to just let him go. I'm going to just let him do. And then it's a thing, like, it's funny that if my wife decides that she doesn't want to have sex anymore, then I'm supposed to stick. Let me catch up. Lenny Danger said, I'm missing most of this. I'm multitasking. Yeah, you missing it, bro. You missing it. Pringle said, that's not a need in a what? What's not a need? In my eyes, talking about sex. Okay. Darren, I'm with you. Pringles, reverse that. Reverse that. Seriously, Pringles. Now, come on now. Seriously, we gonna be real up in here, okay? Like, all right. So listen, I'm not calling you out, okay? Not calling you out. Take it out your relationship right now if it's not needed. Take it out. Take it out. Don't do it no more. You're done. Take it out. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Happy Saturday. Nothing to lose. Okay. Okay. I hear you. But we just got finished saying, what's the top 3 things that'll wreck a marriage or a relationship? We just got finished talking about that. And one of them is sex. And listen, I'm not trying to cause any disruption between you and who you have a relationship with. Okay? Do a test if you will. Okay? Do a test if you will. Communication, okay? Finances, and sex. Mess up one of them and see what happens to your relationship. Mess up one on purpose. Mess up one on purpose and see what happens. Okay? So don't sit up there and talk about sex is like, nah, it is. It's I'm not going to use the word vital, but it's important because watch this. We were created to be together, okay? And we were designed. You sitting up here talking about sex. Nah, listen, we were designed to recreate. That's like your purpose. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about what sex was originally for. Sex it wasn't originated for you to have fun. It wasn't originated for you to find the biggest dick or the deepest cock. I'm sorry, forgive my words. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Camouflage. Hey, what's up, Chris? Long time no see. Good to see you. Welcome in. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit up there and say, like, if I say something like if my wife experienced menopause, okay, then I'm supposed to stick by her. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm with you, but I'm just looking at it, and then you came behind the fact that, you know, like sex is not it's not important. It's not the main thing. Like we got sex so misconstrued it don't make no sense. Okay, and I was talking to them about the 3 women. They had mentioned that, and watch this. They was the ones who came up and said sex is not even it's so it's overrated. It's overrated, yo. Like seriously. Like the way that people look at sex now is basically stupid. Sex was only meant for recreation. That's it. You know what I mean? But we get all tied up in the feeling of it, in the emotion of it. And people don't even realize sex is so spiritual, it don't make no sense. You don't even want to go there. You don't even want to go there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Chris, I've been letting words slip. You know what I mean? Like seriously. But there's no. Listen. Listen. I challenge you. Go ahead and take one of them out. Mess up your finances. Mess up. Mess up your finances. Stop communicating. Stop talking. Or stop having sex and see what happened to your relationship. Come back right. We could talk in a DM or you can call me on my phone, and you're gonna be like, damn. And I'm not just pointing out one person. I'm talking about anybody. Anybody. If you actually think that you can take one of those three out of your relationship or out of your marriage and it won't head towards divorce, you tripping. But see, divorce can't be an option. Oh, let me catch up with Darren. Darren said, if you remove sex from your relationship and watch how quick you will no longer be in that relationship. Seriously. If you intentionally remove sex from your relationship or from your marriage, watch what happens. It's like holding a stick of dynamite and a match. Just like this. And this is the stop, and this is the very act of the thing. Put them together and see what happens. If you got a piece of TNT and you got a match, put them together and see what's going to happen. You're going to get the same result. Darren said he's been celibate for 2 years. Darren, you's a fool. Ah, snap. Oh, man. Darren said he's been celibate for 2 days. This is some bull. Oh, man, y'all crazy. Y'all is crazy. But listen. Uh-oh. 6 months? Okay, Dame. First time in the chat. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Brothers Unguarded. 6 months. Hey. Shoot, I can't pull it up. Dame, let us know if you male or female. Let us know. Please let us know. You took this year off? Y'all crazy. Y'all's crazy. Like, I'm taking a year off. I'll be back next year. Okay. Male, got you. All right, cool. Dame said he ain't fooling with him. I appreciate you pulling up, fam. Appreciate you being here. Welcome into the conversation. Let us know how you feel on divorce. Is it an option for you? Let us know how you feel. 1, no, and 2, yes. All right. He said for sure. All right now. All right. He said for sure. You know what I mean? He ain't put a 1 or a 2. He said for sure. Like, it's an option for me. All right. Hey, listen. And like Pringle said, to each their own. I mean, that's how she feel. You know what I mean? Oh, snap. Hold on. I'm reading a question. Why didn't you just put it in the chat? Just put it in the chat. I'm real low. Oh, snap. That means I gotta my DJs. Y'all should have let me know. Somebody just asked me in a DM. They said I sound real low, and I know sometimes I get away from the microphone, and I'm coming through a different board. And what I'm looking at over there on that board, yeah, I'm coming through like crazy low. So, Pringles is more men in here than me. Hold on for a second. Let me do this. Let me turn the microphone up from here. Let me go up half. Let me go up some more. How's that? Hopefully that's real good because I don't want to push out too much. I don't want this thing to start kicking back. And I'm an hour and 32 minutes in, so we good. I feel like talking. All right. So Pringle said, "Okay, take this into account. Okay, take this in account. If you both in a marriage have where you are doing or having kids, then sex goes beyond procreation then, correct? So if we're only meant to have it to procreate, then it should be over when we're done building our families, correct? No. Okay, I see what you're saying. So like like um like Chris Camouflage said, he put in the chat, he put Adam and Eve, right? So that's the beginning. Okay? That's the beginning. Do you think that Eve was like, you got to give me 4 more orgasms in order for me to feel satisfied? You think that she was concerned about orgasms? Do you actually think that Eve was giving head to Adam at that time? I'm just asking. Do you think that he was going down on Eve? See, we can make up, listen, and I'm not being disrespectful. We can make up silly questions, okay? Because you know over a period of time how things have grown to the point in which we exist today, okay? They wasn't doing all that. It was about creating and creating and creating, okay? Right? You know what I mean? Like, you really think, okay, so that's that right there, okay? And I don't want to disrespect you and say that your answer is silly, because every question is a good question. Once we're done building our families, no, you don't stop having sex with your spouse. Right, exactly. So you know that. You know that. So that's the end. You already know the answer to your question. You know what I mean? You already know the answer to your question. Once you're done creating your family and you don't have kids anymore, men are physically, okay? Men are physically attracted to their wives, okay? And hopefully that physical attraction is reciprocated, okay? But y'all, women are more emotional creatures and men are more physical. So if I'm done with me and my wife, okay, so let me actually, I'm going to answer your question according to my marriage, okay? We're done making kids. Just got finished having sex with my wife last night. I ain't afraid to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's not me telling my business. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop having sex with my wife. I enjoy connecting with my wife, with being with my wife, because watch this. You know that thing that y'all talk about so much, that intimacy? It's not the act of sex. Intimacy is not the act of sex. Okay? I like being intimate with my wife. Chris said y'all nasty. He's stupid. I like being with my wife intimately. Okay? Intimately. Like, I like connecting with her. You know what I mean? A lot of women talk about how intimacy, it can be a conversation. It doesn't have to be sex. Yes, it can be a conversation. And intimacy, I feel as though as men, we need to understand intimacy a little bit more. Okay? A little bit more than like how women understand intimacy and how you guys want intimacy. I need my brothers to step up on the intimacy side and start to understand that women are looking at intimacy way different than we are. Okay. Now, me, I've been through some stuff, so I know, you know what I mean, that beautiful conversation after you reach the mountain, stop there. After you reach the mountaintop, okay, like you climbing, and you going, and then bam, everything pop off, okay, and watch this. Ooh, can I be real? There is nothing more better than the act of intimacy in the physical aspect when climax is reached at the same time. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Sex is not an act, is not intimacy, but intimacy can enter into the physical aspect. Danger said you lying. It can enter into the physical act of sex. I'm telling you. Man, I'm telling you. Man, y'all going. I'm trying to keep up. But the answer to your question is no. You don't like. Would it be difficult if my wife entered into menopause and she didn't want to have sex no more if it wasn't there? Yes, it would. It would be difficult, but I'm not going to divorce her. I'm not going to divorce her, and I'm not going to go find a replacement. I just have to deal with it. I just have to find another way to get around with it and deal with it and continue to grow. Chris said, just get a side piece. Yeah, you. You be the side piece. Funny. Ah. What's up, you know? He said, wait. We said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chris, all I did was just take your joke and turn it back at you. That's all I did. I'm trying to make sure I keep up. All right. Don't have your wife come kill me. I'm sorry I can't put these messages on the screen, y'all. But yeah, like seriously, y'all, we have to reverse. We have to reverse this number. This number is getting out of control. You know what I mean? We have to get this number and reverse this number. You know what I mean? Our kids, you know what I mean? If you have children and you talk to your children and ask them, are they going to get married? Do they want to be married? I'm telling you, and the reason why I'm presenting this to y'all is because some of my kids, I have 8 of them, okay? And some of them be like, they don't want kids because of what they had to go through. You know what I mean? Some of them like, they don't want to be married because they seen what me and their mother go through. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's crazy. It's like they just don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Like they're giving up. And watch this. I'd rather for them not to get married than to get married and then get divorced. You know what I mean? Now, can I control them not having sex and all that? I'm not going there. I you know what I mean? I'm not over them like that. Darren, you know how many kids I got. Y'all both know how many kids I got messing with me. Yeah. You know what I mean? My chickens still work now, both of y'all. They messing with y'all. But yeah, man, 4 boys and 4 girls. Y'all know how I get down. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen, I procreated. You know what I mean? I shot my arrows. Somebody going to come back and take care of us. Like, watch this. Watch this. And I'm going to mess with y'all now. Like, if you only have one child, you know you only got one chance of that child coming back and taking care of you and your wife when you get old. If you only got one child. You know what I mean? That's like that's all your eggs in one basket. Now, if you got 2 kids, you got a 50% chance. You got a 50% chance. You know what I mean? So I got 8 kids. So I got a chance. I got good numbers. I don't know about y'all. You know what I mean? So what'd you say, you know? I thought my pullout game was you stupid, man. I ain't messing with you. I ain't even messing with you. Man, brother, 3 more and I can get a football team. I know, I don't need no football team. I got enough for a basketball team and 3 on the bench. What? We about that basketball game, bro. We about that basketball game. And look, if you add me and my wife, we got 2 teams. We got 2 teams right there. You know what I mean? So look, let's go. You know what I mean? Darren, you only got 1 child. You better hope that boy come back and take care of you. Or you're going to be working till death. But yo, y'all know I got to get ready to get out of here. We're approaching on 1 hour and 45, and the conversation has been real good. Pringles, love you, and thanks for being the one with the spark with the conversation today. Like I said, every time we come in here, somebody is always coming up and being the spark. You know what I mean? I remember one day it was Darren. You know what I mean? I remember one day it was Chris. One day it was DJ Chris Camouflage. You know what I mean? So somebody is always coming in here and being a spark for the conversation. So Pringles, we appreciate you. And thanks for being so open. You know what I mean? Blaze, thanks for being so open. Darren, thanks for being so open. You know what I mean? Yes, Chris, you don't have time to like to act up, not unless you got something you want to talk about. You know what I mean? But Pringles, like I said, you know my heart for you. You know what I mean? And you know the respect that I have for you. You know what I mean? But siempre amor. What's up, sis? I didn't even know you was in here. Why you just gonna do something like that? Why you gonna do that? Amor. You know what I mean? I should call out your real name, but I'm not gonna do that. That's messed up. Letting me know that you ain't even say nothing the whole time. You just being sneaky. Hey, listen. I got a lot of positive feedback from that woman's the Queen's podcast. You know, the Queen's edition. Yo, y'all did a great job. Y'all did a great job. That thing was dope. What'd you say? What'd you say, Darren? He can't even find it. Look, I got my drawers on. You got your drawers. Don't start with me, Darren. Look, Queen just popped up in here. Queen just popped up in here. What's good, Queen? Look, can you bring me some chicken? Can you bring me some KFC? I'm hungry. I haven't had any breakfast. Can you stop past KFC and get me some chicken? I got a little signal in the store. Okay. All right. Can you bring me something to eat? I'm hungry. But at the end of the day, divorce, is it an option? For me, absolutely not. It said until death do you part. The only way that I'm getting out my marriage is if my wife, God forbid, if my wife dies. It's the only way. And now watch this. Here go my thing. And people say that you can't use eternal words or you shouldn't use eternal words. God forbid, if my wife was to go before me, as much as I don't want to live this life without her, and I told her that, she knows that. I do not want to live this life without my wife. I don't. I do not. And God knows my heart. I know he knows my heart. You know what I mean? You ever seen that movie, The Notebook? I hope that's me and my wife. Right there. I don't want her to have dementia. You know what I mean? I don't want her to lose it, but I'm just saying at the end, when they both pass together softly through the night, I want that to be me and my wife. I don't want us to be in no accident. I don't want one to go before the other at the same time. Please, Lord. He knows my heart. I do not want to live this life without my wife. That's my homie. That's my best friend. And now watch this. Y'all know, and I've shared with y'all, we still ain't 100. I'm gonna share that with y'all. We still ain't 100. And you hear how I'm talking about my wife. It's not going to change. It's not going to change because I'm not going to divorce my wife. Never. I'm just like, she can listen. I could do it in paper form and she could do it in paper form. And watch this. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. I am forever connected to my wife by spirit. Look, most of the time I don't even wear my ring. See my hand? Most of the time I don't even wear my ring. And sometimes most of the time I'll forget it, or because of the job that I had, I didn't wear it. You know what I mean? And you can call them excuses if you want, because watch this. My ring that goes on, this is my left hand, okay, that goes on this finger, okay, is not my marriage. And if anybody out there, if you listening, and I'm not telling you not to wear your ring, you wear your ring, you know what I mean? Because it's just a symbol. It's a representation of the bond that you committed and that you signed a contract saying, I'm with this person, okay? So with that being said, your ring, if you're not wearing it, does it mean that you're not married? No, it doesn't. What's up, Fresh? What's good, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for pulling up to the podcast, man. Appreciate you, fam. I thought you was online. Y'all usually be on. No, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. My bad. So, but yeah, my wedding ring is not my marriage. But so if I'm not wearing it and a woman comes up to me and she's like, are you married? You damn right. Yes, I am. I've been married for 31 years or 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been with my wife for 30 years. You know what I mean? And then that conversation, boom, you know what I mean? And then you watch that person drift away. You know what I mean? Like, oh, damn. Or you see the thirsty chick, she try to keep on talking to you, try to get you. You know what I mean? Like, nah. You know what I mean? So I will forever be connected to my wife. And listen, me and my wife, we shared conversations like if we actually was not with each other and we actually did, I see you, Blaze. You know what I mean? If we was to actually separate from one another and go on and this is so far fetched it don't make no sense. And go on and be with somebody else, the people that we would be with would hate us. You know what I mean? If my wife was with another dude, he would be ticked off because one, I would always be at the crib because my kids are there. I would always be there. I would eat there. You know what I mean? You're not gonna stop me from eating there. Like, dude, that's my wife. You know what I mean? I don't care if she signed a paper saying that she divorced me. I'm still there. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'll be on his case. Take out the trash. I'll treat him like a straight child. Take out the trash, dude. You're being lazy. You know what I mean? And he don't get to talk to her sideways. No. No. I'm telling you, and she would do me the same way. She would watch this. I would have a key to the house, and she would have a key to my place. I'm telling y'all, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So what reason does me and my it wouldn't even benefit us to divorce because we would still be together. You know what I'm saying? We would still be together. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not petty. I'm not petty. I'm just saying it's my wife. That is my wife. She's still alive. It said, Darren, until death do you part. If she's still alive just because she with another dude, that's my wife. Listen, the contract, okay, that you signed. The contract, that's not it. That's not it. That is not it, okay? The paper, just like I said, the ring is not your marriage. The paper is not your marriage. The pen and the ink that went on the paper and the judge that justified it, no. And the stamp of approval when you got to go get the certification, you know what I mean? Nah, none of that. My wife is in here. My wife is in here, and there's no other space for no other woman, even if she is not here. I'm not going to put another woman in there because I know the journey that it took in order to get to where I am now. You think I'm going to go through that again? Darren, I'm not petty. I'm not petty. Nah, man. No. I know I'm missing a whole lot of conversation in what y'all saying, and I'm looking as it's scrolling up. Darren said he don't take his ring off. That's because you know your wife will beat you up. That's why you don't take your ring off, Darren, because you know your wife will beat you up. She'll punch you right upside your head. Oh, snap. But yeah, man, nah. Divorce is not an option here. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I love the fact that we can all joke about it and we can have fun. But I'm telling you, one thing I want to go over, ask the questions. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be with somebody, and Chris, you know, we talked. You know what I mean? We didn't talk over the phone, but you shared some of your stuff, you know, openly through, you know, streams and stuff like that. If you desire to be with somebody, and one day you want to be married, and I'm not talking to you, Chris. I'm talking to everybody. It's general. If you want to be with somebody, and one day you want to be married, and you want to spend the rest of your life with a person, please stop them small punk BS conversations that you be having and ask the major questions that need to be asked. You know what I'm saying? Even in the relationship that you're in now, even if you're not in a relationship, get a book. Get a book. You know what I mean? Start writing your questions down, and I'm talking about the deep ones. The deep ones, you know what I mean? Don't you know, like, the only question I ask is, are you STD free and do you have a pension? And if that right there is all you ask, have your pick of the litter. Because I'm going to let you know right now, there's a runt in there. And that'll be the one that you'll get. That will be the one that you will get. You know that I was about to go sideways. Yeah, get a book. You know what I mean? Write your questions down. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, we be laughing and we be joking. Watch when you going to remember this face. You're going to remember this conversation. You're going to remember this podcast. you're going to remember everything. You know what I mean? And you're going to be like, yo. You're going to be like, yo. What? Wait a minute. Let me make sure. You about to start a whole nother 30 minutes. Chris said, nah, but real, I don't have the energy for a relationship. Oh, man. Y'all be killing me. Y'all be killing me. It wasn't meant for you to be by yourself. It wasn't. Yeah, we all about to jump off here, bro. I appreciate. Hey, listen, Dame, don't be a stranger, man. We here every Saturday. You know what I mean? Don't be a stranger. I appreciate you, man. And hey, Dame, bring a brother with you, man. All right, we're about to get up out of here. I'm usually here no more than an hour 45, but like I said, I was just about to get out of here. Listen, somebody give me somebody to rate because I can't see anything. I don't have anything extra near me to be able to see. So give me a name. The first name that I see, that's who we rating. Give me a name, please. And let's rate out and get out of here. I appreciate y'all. I don't have my disclaimer up. I don't have anything special up, but I do like the fact of how this turned out. You know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that I took both of my elements and brung them into one. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to DJ Chris Camouflage. Let's go! That's for my brother right there. He love that thing. You know what I mean? God bless Pringles. You know what I mean? So, usually, I really don't care, but, like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. If no one else volunteers, come vibe. Is that right? Hey, Dame, is that right now? Is that right now? Because I'll go over there. Is that right now? Or is that you? You advertising yourself? Was that your shameful plug? Or are you going online right now? Let me know, because we'll come over to you. You know what I mean? Are you on right now? You on right now? My man came in with a shameless plug. He's like, yo. They kick people out of people's rooms for that. Be careful what you do that, man. I'm a little bit more flexible. You know what I mean? But be careful doing that. You know what I mean? It's a guy. I'm not gonna mention no names. It's a guy that was doing that. Yo, they lit a fire on that boy, man. So be careful when you go do that, bro. For real. Seriously. They lit a fire on that boy. Nah, you good, man. You good. You straight. Like I said, I'm flexible like that, bro. You know what I mean? I'm flexible like that. I don't take this. I'm not even gonna mention that because they'll mess around and kick me off. They'll mess around and kick me off. But listen, if you going live right now, we coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people got banned from rooms for that, yo. You know what I mean? So like I said, you came into a cool place. You know what I mean? Like we ain't know about that, man. You know what I mean? So like, but I'm saying like right now, if you going live, put a 1 in the chat and we coming over to you right now. You know what I mean? See what you got going on. You know what I mean? I need some music in my life, and don't make me talk about you. I'm just messing with you, bro. Let me know if you're going live. For real. Seriously. Let me pull this keyboard up here. If not, you know what? If not, ooh, man. I did a set yesterday. I had so much. Ooh. There you go. I appreciate the raid the other Tuesday, brother. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Don't make me cry. Don't do that to me. Don't do that, Derek. Come on, man. Like, you've been like a mentor to me, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm just trying to follow behind your footsteps, bro. Oh, yeah, for real, seriously. For real. Tell him, Chris. Tell him. You know what I mean? So let me see. Yeah, I'm so glad that I moved everything over here because this computer, like this processor is a beast. This processor is a beast. So wait a minute. Let me go. Dame, I'm going to go find your name and how you put it up there because I think it was a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. No, it's the same? Yep. Cool. All right. So, Dame, we coming over to you. No, it is different. DOZ. HOT. Let me see. Nah, see, I'm spelling it wrong. See, I'm messing up already. It's Dozhat. See, like you see me, man. Like I don't care. Like old, yeah. Okay, OLDYA. Bam, and hit enter. All right, we coming, bruh. Don't be tripping on us now. Give us something. Give us something good. You know what I mean? We coming. We coming. Let me see. Hey, look, I try to raid my brothers. Hey, Fresh man, what's going on with you, man? How you been doing on them streams, bro? How you been doing on them streams, man? We rolling. We out here. We going. You know what I mean? So, oh shoot, I forgot. Dang, I gotta put the thing. Copy the raid message, y'all. I'm tripping. Copy the raid message. There you go. I know, right? I know. Chris, I moved everything over. You know what I mean? I got both studios in one now. You know what I mean? Like I had the podcast over there, you know what I mean? And then this one, you know, the DJ went over here, but I combined the two and I just put everything into one spot. But can you tell I'm super comfortable today? Can you tell I'm super comfortable? You know what I mean? I'm like, I felt so comfortable today. You know what I mean? But yeah, great conversation with y'all. Appreciate all y'all. Shout out to Pringles for, you know, giving us something to talk about really. And listen, let's decrease this number and get up out of here. We out of here, y'all. Let's go see what he doing.